Well, they say the first casualty of war is truth, and again, this is why we need to look at the alleged Steven Sotloff beheading with a skeptical eye, because of course we know that wars, military expansions in the past have been justified by numerous staged provocations, false flags, hoax incidents that come out later after the fact. The first point with this video, again, I'm not going to show the beheading, so please, YouTube, do not ban or age restrict this video. It does not contain any gruesome scenes of the beheading. Number two, this beheading has exactly the same look, the same scene, the same camera work, the same individual, Jihad John, allegedly carrying out the beheading, as did the original James Foley beheading video. And of course, we know that in that case, British experts who work for the government, work for the police in Britain, analysed that video. This wasn't Alex Jones, this wasn't Paul Joseph Watson, this wasn't YouTube conspiracy theorists. It was experts within the British police analysed the video, the James Foley beheading, said it was, quote, staged. Yes, Foley may have been killed after the fact, but that video did not show Foley being killed, did not show him being beheaded, which is crucial because this Steven Sotloff video is obviously filmed in exactly the same place, probably at the exact same time. And again, the video does not show Sotloff being beheaded. It shows the beginning of the knife being drawn across his neck a few times, then the scene goes black. Again, in this case, similar to the James Foley beheading, Sotloff reads out his statement with a calm and composed manner that defies logic and belief. If you knew that you were about to be brutally murdered, decapitated, would you even be able to speak? Never mind calmly and in a composed manner read out such a statement.
Obama, your foreign policy of intervention in Iraq was supposed to be for the preservation of American lives and interests. So why is it that I'm having to pay the price of your interference with my life?
Another key point. This video was first released by Site Intelligence Group, which, as we documented back in 2007, is an organization closely affiliated to the White House, closely affiliated to the neocon cabal, that puts out fake Al-Qaeda videos at the most politically opportune times. You can check out the links in the description and see for yourself that they're behind the release of these videos at the most politically expedient times for the White House on numerous occasions in the past. So yes, indeed, it's very suspicious that they're behind the release of this Steven Sotloff video, especially given the timing. And if you watch the video, you will note that at the end, ISIS, the individual supposedly carrying out the beheadings, Jihadi John, threatens to kill a British hostage, which is very convenient for David Cameron, because before this point he had little justification to order the RAF to join US forces in attacking ISIS. Now that ISIS is threatening to behead a British citizen, that provides him with all the justification he needs to join the attack. So you see that these videos in which these alleged ISIS members threaten to behead more people if Obama doesn't stop the airstrikes on ISIS have completely the opposite effect. They bolster the case for airstrikes against ISIS. So why would it be in ISIS's interest to put out such videos when it only makes it more likely that they will lead to airstrikes, because it provides the justification for NATO, for the US, for the United Kingdom. So that motive alone is a pretty clear indication as to who is putting out these videos. And again, we go back to Site, this group closely affiliated with the White House, with the neocons. The initial analysis of the Foley beheading, which was that it was staged. This Steven Sotloff beheading, exact same scene, same location. He reads out the statement in a calm and composed manner. No indication that he's about to be killed. He knows he's about to be killed. And again, you don't see the beheading. You don't see any blood. At least in this case, the aftershot of the supposed decapitated corpse is a video. In the James Foley example, it was just a still image. So it's quite possible that these two individuals were indeed killed. but those videos representing the so-called beheadings are staged. And that's the analysis that the British group working within the police said in the case of the James Foley video. This one has all the same hallmarks. And again, we go back to the origins of ISIS. Who created ISIS? Who helped it, armed it, funded it in the first place? Well, of course, the United States' closest allies in the region, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Turkey, and Jordan, were all instrumental in bankrolling, arming, funding ISIS to begin with. The US itself trained many ISIS members at a secret base in Jordan in 2012. Many of the so-called moderate Syrian rebels that the US supported with aid, weapons, defensive measures back in 2012, 2013, later defected to join ISIS. So again, the wellspring, the source of ISIS in Syria was the US government and its allies. Now ISIS is being used as a poster child for justification for a casus belli to go back into Syria, because obviously last year the Ghouta chemical weapons attack propaganda fell flat on its face after it emerged that the Assad government could not have possibly been behind it, and in fact it was more than likely the work of the rebels themselves. So these beheadings are powerful, powerful examples of war propaganda that are now greasing the skids for expanded conflict in the Middle East and potential airstrikes on Syria that the US couldn't get done last year. Now they're back with a new justification in the form of these dubious beheading videos. So again, we make no apologies for asking hard questions about incidents that could lead to a war that could inflame the entire region. It would be insensitive not to ask such questions, given the propensity, the potential for this to lead to a much wider war that would kill many innocent people. And that's not to deny that ISIS isn't barbaric and brutal. Indeed, they've killed thousands and thousands of people. They've brutally beheaded people on video. You can go on YouTube and watch some of those if you've got the stomach for it, which makes these staged production style beheading videos, which don't even show a beheading, all the more suspicious. Because if ISIS is as brutal and barbaric as we're told, which indeed it is based on the other evidence of their activities, why not just show the actual beheading of these individuals on video? Why do the videos cut away when the supposed beheading begins to take place? Why is there no blood? Why is the behavior of the individuals supposedly being beheaded completely inconsistent with that scenario? The same questions that existed for the Foley video exist, and in fact are amplified given Sight, this White House neocon link group's release of the video, apply to the beheading of Steven Sotloff. So we'll continue to dig into this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel. This is Paul Joseph Watson reporting for Infowars.com.